Well, one of the things that I get asked is how does the Gettysburg compare to something we're doing now, like the Battle of Fallujah, that very, very fierce fight in the fighting in Iraq? You know, these kinds of questions are, on one level, they're almost impossible to answer because the answer's in the asking. Combat is combat. What's the difference between combat in 1863 and combat today? There's fear, there's death, there's uncertainty, there's confusion, there's all those powerful emotions, there's good leadership, there's mistakes. There are so many similarities that if you took a soldier from 1863 and somehow transported him to today, or vice versa, many things the soldiers would find familiar. What would be unfamiliar to them are the weapons, are the tactics. Because weapons and tactics, the technology drives tactics. But the leader standing up and saying, that's the objective, you get behind me, we're going in there, or you folks over here do this while I ask the others to do that, or what do we know about the enemy on the other side of the hill? And the answer is, we don't know very much. Okay, so send some people to go find out. There's all of those similarities that are just enduring. And then when the outcome is seen, and you find that fratricide caused you to kill some of your own, kill or injure some of your own. You know, fratricide. Fratricide has been a part of warfare since somebody standing in a Greek phalanx fell on his own lance or stuck it in the back of somebody in front of him. I mean, it's always going to be with us. It cannot be eliminated because of the confusion of battle. And today, it's more likely than even it was in olden times because of the range of our weapons are so much greater. We really have the ability to reach out and touch. Now, we like to think today that because of all our modern communication systems, where every soldier runs around with a radio in his ear, you know, we can absolutely control events so much better because we can actually talk directly to each individual soldier. But again, you know, sometimes the radios go out. Sometimes the soldier reports seeing something, but what he sees is not, in fact, what's actually happening, because either the enemy is deceiving or because he's misperceiving a situation. And again, commanders make decisions based on the best information that they have available. And sometimes that information is inadequate. You know, Robert E. Lee famously said, well, he offered to resign in the aftermath of the Battle of Gettysburg. A lot of people don't know that. So did Meade, as a matter of fact. But Lee's decision to offer to resign is based on the fact that he says, I am no longer able to go and see with my own eyes what I must, and I must rely on the eyes of others, and sometimes those eyes fail me. Now, to some, that sounds like he was trying to shift blame. I don't read it that way. I think Lee says to Davis, if I can do this all myself, I can produce one level of product. If I have to work through others, the product may be less than that. That's always going to be the case. You know, you're only as good as the instruments you have to work with. But these instruments in the hands of the master can produce a whole lot more than these instruments in the hands of the inept. And so it's timeless. It's one of those things that brings the past and the present together. Good leadership, good decisions, courage, camaraderie, good training. That was important in 1863. It's absolutely important today. So when someone says, what's the difference, or how is it alike? Well, it's completely different, but it's absolutely alike.